So of all the map making things and the world generating things that are around the place, like whether you're like a D&D, like a DM, or you're making a world map or making a map for like a novel, or if you're just like a map nerd like me, this one's probably the best as far as the depth and what you can do with creating a map. We'll go through today and we'll take a look at some things and see what the thing can do and what Azgaar's map generator is. It's on. It's an online thing. You can type in Azgaar's, takes you there. You can also download. Sort of. It's maybe not completely functional, but this is a separate downloadable thing that I have here on the old desktop, and we're gonna check out what we can do with Azgaar's. We'll start with the basic stuff, and then we're gonna go into like the crazy in-depth, my favorite parts of it towards the end, because this is going on YouTube, and you gotta put the good stuff at the end. That's how it works. Anyway, so we'll go let's make a new map. Let's just make a new map right to start with. So I want new map, then we'll go through all the other stuff. Yeah, not that one. That one you hit. New map, generate. Hello, Pampus. How's it going? All right, welcome to our empire. I have set a few things up. I'll go through all these in a minute, but I've got different options what you can set up as you build your map. We got an archipelago. We're doing high fantasy. There's several different options you can choose. These are sort of the cultures that it puts in the game. We got 12 states selected. These are all adjustable. We can come in here and if we want to like remove some things, we can regenerate stuff. Say we don't like these Republic of Umlar. Give me new ones. Give me some new states. There we go. New states. Let's say we want to edit the height map. We can, of course, do that. And we can, like, flatten some things. We can grow some things and change the land. We can erase everything and create a whole new map. All that stuff is here. In fact, we'll do that here in a minute. But let's go and just look at some of the things that it has. I mean, the maps and into writing fantasy novels as well. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we will make the Empire of Huntinti as well. But let's take a look and see what we got. Let's go check out. Well, let's look at the macro, the grand scheme of things, and then we'll look at the not so grand scheme of things. However, I think I need some music, Stellaris music for this. So we'll look at the basic stuff. We're looking at a political map at the moment. And you can change that in any way you want. You want to look at, say, the different cultures in the game. You can see the different cultures that are here. You can see the different colors as that shows up. Cultures are a big part of this. They're going to decide what the names of the towns are and the people that are here. We can see the Kingdom of Storm here. We'll look at one of their towns. There is... Oh, I was supposed to show you the stuff at the end. This is a human town. I'll show you... I'll go into the detail when we get into that, because this is the cool stuff. This is a dark elf town over here. The town of... Jacquelindel. I can't say that, so I'm going to change it. La'an Bay. How does it say it?
La'an Bay.
There you go. 1,000 people live here. There's the map. We're going to go there in a second. We'll fiddle with all this in a minute. But this is elves down here, and that's the culture. The culture is elves, and that's where it's going to cite all that kind of stuff. But we can go in and we can look at... There's the culture map. We got the different provinces in the game. There's our height map. And if you have a map that you want to put in, you can put your map in there and create it, which we'll mess with that as well. Physical, well, that just gives us some grids. Military map shows us the different armies that are on the map. We can see there's the 8th Westlick Regiment there of the Humans in the north there, of the Xerian Empire. We've got emblems, which we'll see all this kind of stuff, and then pure landmass. And we can adjust these as we want to look at all this. We can see the biomes. Speaking of biomes, let's take a look at that. But that scream reminds me of something. Today I went out to this breakfast place to go eat. Really fancy breakfast place. And I ordered eggs Benedict. And they brought that the crescendo should have been right as a dad joke hit. They brought out this my eggs Benedict on this chrome plate. And I gotta tell you that there is no place like chrome for the hollandaise. Anyway, let's go look at biomes. We want biomes. And here we go. So we got biomes, and we can see what the biomes mean. If you know what the biome means, there's a wiki thing for it. It tells you where everyone's at, where the population lives in each of these biomes. And then we can come in here, and all the stuff there's refresher editor. We can go into an edit biome style. We can make our own biome if we want. There's our legend box, which is behind my head here. And we can see the percentages of things. We can go and we can paint. Like say I want I want a savanna right here. Bloop. We can completely customize everything, of course. Glacier over here. We'll make a new world here in a second. And then we can go into regenerate the icons. There's our relief icons you can see in here. It's one of the options you can show up. Create our own custom biome if we want. Like that. You can fiddle with your biomes that way. There's precipitation we can mess with. Let's go take a look at this town here. So our Agentus is here on a river. There's the river map for it. We'll fiddle with that in a second. It is 57 degrees, like in Batumi. That's the real world equivalent to the temperature. It has a market in town. We can also go and look at, there's the rainfall of this place. This is the culture of the serpents. The serpents live here. The snake people live here in this town over here. We can adjust. Well, you know what? Let's do a new one. So let's do this. Let's say I'm going to go down to 0 cultures, 0 states. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make a new map. I'm assuming you can probably change it. Yeah, change it to Celsius. I'm sure you can. Okay, so I'm going to go in and we're going to erase everything. So let's edit. Let's edit the height map. Create our own map. Let's just flatten everything out. We're going to go with a big one. We'll flatten it all out. So it's got a nice empty map. Hey, Wasp, how's it going? We'll create the Empire of Untinti here. All right, let's make a map. So we can come in and we can raise the ground. There's a few different ways you can mess with this. One of the options that they have here, which I think is very cool, is this one. Will disrupt, randomizes the height a bit. So as we paint, it kind of gives you a little more variability in there. But we'll make a map, and we'll just sort of move things around here. The longer we sit, of course, it's going to start making mountains in there. We'll turn on our relief, and you can see these real good. Let's make a big mountain right there in the middle. Yeah, that's a big fantasy mountain. Something like this, and we'll put some. It's a lizard, isn't it? Yeah. It's now a lizard. Oh, it's got. That's his tail. There we go. Put some islands over here. An island over here. Raise it from the oceans. It's now a newt. Newtland, we call this. Okay, Newt and his little buddy. Okay, so there we go. There is our place. Now we can come in and we can go look at. There's our height map. We can go and look at the different zones. There's apparently a little zone there. We can see what that is in seconds. We want to look at states. Right now there's nothing here, right? Because we said 0 states. But we want to add some states in. So let's get off the height map. Exit customization there. There is our map. You can see the mountains in there. And we can go and take a look at this in 3D if we want. Look at that. There's our 3D newt. Check that out. And what's that? You want to look at it in world view? Okay. How about world view? Oh, wait. It's only a part of the map. It should be the whole world. Let's make it the whole world. This way. Oh, you know, before we do the world map, maybe before we make it the whole world, let's go and adjust the temperature. So we can say, like, we want, we can raise or lower this fella, and so we can adjust where the temperatures are. I'm going to show you the temperature map here. Turn off the biomes. Actually, the biomes, I guess, are okay being on. Can you stop spinning? I don't know how to turn it. I don't. There it is. No rotation. We can adjust. So you can see it's real cold down south because we moved ourselves south latitude. We can put it back up in the middle. And this will sort of eventually... Let me turn off the relief because that's kind of laggy. There we go. And we can adjust where the, how things are. How much water there is. We'll start making it a little bit. I want, yeah, biomes. There we go. Takes a minute to update. We can add in, like, we can change the winds around. You can change all kinds of things around. You can really mess with this. Yeah, update the world. Let's see what we get. Is it updated? I think it's updated. Let's go back to standard view. There we go. There we go. Okay, it wasn't updating for some reason, but there we go. There we go. There is our place. It's very fertile now because of where we are in the world. Oh, I was gonna go back to the globe, and I was going to make it the whole world, which we can do here. And we can say this map size. This is the whole place. We'll update. There it goes. So now that's the whole world. Nice. Okay, excellent. Let's go back to standard mode so we can see it. There we go. There's our world, and it automatically puts in towns. And as far as I tell, it puts them like sort of around the coast and less in the savannas and all that kind of stuff. Oh, no one lives over here? Well, let's fix that. Let's fix that. Let's go into the layers. We want to look at states. There should be none here. Yeah, no one lives here. It has the sort of like the start of where these towns are going to be. We can put them in. So let's go in and add them in. We're going to go to options, tools, and we're going to, we can regenerate, we can add them in. We can add in a state. Let's add a culture in first. We're going to add in a few cultures. So we got the orcs are going to live over here. The orcs are nomadic. We can actually change this around, and we can actually paint them in and say orcs live over here. Orcs live. Wow, I guess we're taking them away. No orcs over here. We can change up to the orcs and make the orcs live over on this side if we want. There's no towns over there. We'll add one in. I want to make sure this is all wildlands because we're going to adjust all this stuff. Of course, we can just hit the regenerate button and it just throws everything else, whatever we want in there, which we will do. Let's go and add in another. Come in. Add in a new culture. Hold shift for multiples. New culture is going to be, we got dark elves live over there. We're going to have, how about a culture like there? More dark elves. How about a culture over here? And so we'll add in a few cultures. We put one over on this island over here. We'll put one down here. We'll put one over there, and on the leg, and over there. And it should automatically generate for us as soon as we hit the refresh. Nope, not that one. Oh, there you go. Auto apply changes. There we go. So it should do it. There we go. Recalculates. There it is. So now everything is in here. So now we have dwarves over here in Khazad-dûr. And where's that one at? Where's the take me to it? Oh, right there, right there. It's kind of outlining it. Just very small. Over, I guess these guys. Mulbarol here. Yeah, these are the dwarves. And then the towns have not changed their name, but we can regenerate it, I think, as a dwarf. So the dwarf culture. We can rename the name. Right now it is
Mulbarol.
Mulbarol. We can randomize it. Mathada. That ain't dwarven, but we can do it this way. Keys. Now that's dwarven, I guess.
Keys.
It is like London here, 50 degrees. We'll look at the map in a second. It's very cool, but I'll show you in a second. So there you go. There's our empire we randomized here. And within this, we can come in and we can see we got the different states in there, which are already listed. And we have the cultures. Oh, no, sorry. I just did cultures. I haven't done states yet. But that's cultures. So now we can add in states. And we come in and we can just generate some states. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to say, give me like a dozen states. And I think we just come in here and we just say regenerate states. Proceed. And there you go. Throws in some states. There's our dozen states that we've added in here. You use some existing fantasy languages to name things. I don't know how that works. You can add in your own. I know you can put in your own cultures. And everything is basically added in on sort of on the culture tree. The cultures are basically what decides a lot of this stuff. Like what the names are based on. And you can see how many cells they take up, which the cells you can kind of see is pretty much how it's basically the hex map it uses, which is this. And you can see how it does all of that. Each one of these hexes is something. You put a town in each one of these. There's an arachnid people. Oh, man. I want to see these arachnid people. I can change the expansion. We'll mess with that in seconds. What color? Which one's that? Dark blue. I don't know where that is. You can change the names of them. We're going to call them spiders. Exclamation point. That's the spider culture. Not necessarily, not the state. It's the spider culture, which I don't know where that is. It just says men. The name of the place is just men. Let's go. So that we're on cultures. Where are those spiders at? I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to go look at them. I think there's a way of zooming to them, but I don't remember how to do it. Here's what we can add. You can add a burg, add a different town if you want in. I want to look at, so we got cultures, and we got these spiders. We can regenerate the name if we want. We can regenerate the names of the towns for spiders. They have 626 cells. They've got an expansion of 1. There's almost 1 million spiders in this place. How heinous. Let's go look. There's our, we had our legend box already. Arachnid spiders, yeah. Reassign cultures show the hierarchy tree. So the orcs, and we got a bunch of folks that came from the orcs, I guess. Down that way. There's the database used for name generation. And so this is the, we're on like the arachnid. There's the arachnid name. So you can put whatever names you want in there. There is a little bit of AI stuff that you can add in here. I couldn't figure out how to get it going, though. Find or share a custom name based on cartography asset portal. Anyway, there's the arachnid names. New culture there. And by the way, all this stuff, of course, is savable, and then you can do it all offline. What currency do spiders have? This is called Azgaar's Fantasy Map Generator. It's free. It's all online on browser. Amazing software. There's some wild. That's just wild lands. I want to find these spiders. I don't know why they're dark blue. We can change the name, change the color of them. Let's make them black. Yeah, they are. Oh, they're big. Okay, spiders live down here. There they are. Oh, they're part of the Kizdian Empire. So that means that spiders and who are you? Spiders and the orcs are working together. So we can get rid of cultures and go back to states. So yeah, so there's the Kizdian Empire. That's all Kizdian. So they've got nothing over this way. We can add it in. We can come in here and say, let's give you a town. Let's look at towns. This is the coolest part of the game. We're gonna make a town of spiders. How terrible. Let's make a burg, which is what this game calls it. And we're gonna add a burg in right up here. Bloop. New town. Sometimes it adds roads in. It didn't add one in that time. And in this town, we're going to take a look at it. Can I add a route from here to there and then over there? I guess I can do a few of them. Yeah. There we go. We got a road. Road to Spider Town. Okay. The Chubad Way is the name of the town. It is a road. We can make it a trail instead, so it's a little skinnier. There's also sea routes. We can see the elevation of this road. What's that one do? That one does creates a new route, selecting route cells. Yeah. So let's go take a look at this town. So this is Kilknithil is the name of the place. Let me change my layer so we can kind of see like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's me a little bit more biome. I do like the relief. It just looks cooler. Looks a lot cooler. So in Kilknithil, there is the town. We don't have a preview right now. We need to get one. This is similar to Yakutsk. The name of the town is
Kilnethil.
That one. This is going to be, I think it's going to be like a hunting place, hunting ground for spiders. Culture. No, this is going to be arachnid. And I would like to generate a burg. Let's see if we can get one. Let's go over here. Normally it just makes them for you. And so, let's see if this works. Oh, you know what? I think that site is down. I found it. I found a problem. I wonder if it's because I'm on. You know what? It's because I'm not in the browser and I downloaded it. So let's go into the browser for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this. We'll start all this. We'll the things. You should be in the. If you're gonna mess with the town stuff, you got to be in the browser. Okay, so we'll zoom in. Who are these guys? I don't know. Let's regenerate a map. Just like that, whole world destroyed. We're gonna go into what kind of map do we want? I still want to stick with fantasy, and we'll go with like we can change the height map into before I was looking at archipelago. There's a bunch already in here. We could do a Caribbean map or a Britain map or a whole world map. Let's go to the Caribbean. And this will actually give us a Caribbean map. And then we'll regenerate this thing. We're going to go with, there's going to be, I don't know, 16 cultures. We'll do 12 states is good. We'll leave everything else kind of as it is. It is 1380 of the Broadbury era. No, the Aden era is what it is. The name of my map, Trainland. New map. Here, let's go look over here. Who are you? Ah, Dark Elves. Dark Elves. Now it's loading it up. Okay, so let me show you the coolest part of this game. I call it a game. Program. We got a bunch of Dark Elves around here. Here's a port town. You can see the port there. Here's another port town. You can see the port there. It's actually facing the wrong way. You're thinking, oh, that's kind of facing the wrong way. We should fix that because the port actually should be facing, the bay should be the other side. But it gives you a town. This is like Milan, 55 degrees, 13 feet above sea level. We can, if we want to say, there should be a castle here. Add a castle. There's a castle in there now. But we want more to adjust this more. Let's go into Azgaar's. There's our town, Alosha. There's farmland out there. This is the town, but it shouldn't be this way. It should be facing the other way. So we're going to go in. We're going to change this. And we're going to regenerate. Rebuild. There we go. There we go. So there is our town. There's Alosha. Got a city wall. There's the docks. There is Grimke Street. Dark Ford. The Salt Chapel's down that way. The White Gate on the left side, on the west side. It's facing the right way. We want to save this. We're going to go ahead and copy this. Copy. Go back over here because it's still like that. And we can say edit. Put in our new one. Let's see if this works. It wasn't working before. Confirm. There we go. There's our new map. And if you want to add in notes, you can do that. You can come in here. Bloop. This is a town. This is a port town. Exclamation point. There is AI stuff. You can come in here and it'll sort of add this stuff in, but I couldn't get it to work. I don't know how to mess with that stuff. But if you're familiar with using that stuff, maybe you can figure it out. But anyway, there is Alosha, which, how does it say?
Alosha.
Whatever. How about, we want a dark elf tongue. It's going to be that now.
Cool design to look.
Yeah, exactly like that. This is a naval town. There's the town. There is 2,400 people living in this town. Now, we ain't done yet. So, let's go look. Let's go look at, diplomacy. There's military. And so let's say we've got, like, let's say these this 1st Black Regiment formed in 1686, the Stotham era during the whatever campaign. We can click on these guys. We can see all these notes about them like that. Oh, one thing I think we can if we highlight the town, it gives us, this is a port town. So you can do all your notes in there, which is very cool. Let's send these folks out into the water. And we've got the yellow folks. Who's these yellow folks over here? These are dwarves. There's their town. This is just a generic town. We can make it a lake town. We can make it a river town and then generate it. I think it'll generate it. Make it the capital. Which I guess once I make it the capital, I guess it's stuck. Make it a port town like that, and it'll sort of readjust things for you. So it should be a port town, shouldn't it? So that's now their new capital. That's fine. Let's take there's a fleet there. But let's take this army and send them over here. And we're going to fight. The dwarves are fighting the dark elves. So let's make one regiment attack another. We got notes. There's the regiment. That's who they are. Stationed in Gaza. who's all in it. Now let's go and I gotta find it. Attack regiment. No, that's attach. Attack foreign regiment. We're attacking those guys. Fight. So now we can go and have a fight. We want to sort of simulate this stuff. You can see how many people are in each one. This isn't really a fleet battle because there's no ships, but whatever. We can. There's a couple different things that's gonna decide this. Of course, there's the number of things, and there's the random factor for attackers. And you can sort of randomize this, and so it's sort of scales the battle in one way or the other. And then you're gonna sort of iterate the battle, and you iterate over a number of turns. You can randomize that a little bit. That turn they go, and that turn I go. You know. Basically, whoever has a higher dice number, their random number is going to win this. But we can sort of randomize it a bit. We can add regiments to the battle. We can set the battle name, but we don't need to because it'll do it here in a second. This, of course, going to be a naval battle. So let's go. We keep on going. Right now, they are in the melee phase, the boarding phase. You may have seen this before. They were in the like bombard phase a minute ago. But now they're in the boarding phase. We're going to switch this up a little bit. And we'll go until somebody gets wiped out. They're both very weak. Very weak. Strength of 5. There's a lot of people dying here. And game over. There we go. So the defenders, the dark elves, won. And so we say, okay, I like the results. It gives us a little tag, the Naval Battle of Tivoli. And it gives us some notes about it. There it is. It was fought in 1950 between Bahram and Drethazavat. It ended with the defenders victorious. It was a rough fight, though. And there's your battle now, which is going to be marked on the map. In this very cold Caribbean that we've made. And we can move these guys back. Let's move these guys back. Yep. You go back. Actually, you're dead. So you go away. Then you can get moved over here. There we go. Oh, good news. That's good to hear, Tater. Yeah, so that one wave is a fleet. They have one fleet. So ideally, I guess you fight that way. There's not any way of like simulating things, which we were looking at that fantasy map simulator, I think is what it was called. Fantasy map simulator. And I mentioned Azgaar's because it was very similar to Azgaar's. It had a simulation to it that this one doesn't have unless you sort of do it on your own. There's another army over here. Let's go and look at... Let's do... Oh, there's different ways to look at it. So I'm looking at the Dark Seas here as our style here. We can change it. We can do Ancient. Ancient, I like the look of it better, but it may not look so good on... I don't know. It does look pretty good, doesn't it? Turn off military there. States are on, but you can't really see them too well. We can put the relief map on. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Mexico is mountainous. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. We can move these things around if we want to edit the relief icon. You know, and scoot that thing over there or whatever. We can do that. Apparently there's a glacier over there. Oh, yeah, because of the world temperatures are a little out of whack. We can see population numbers if we want. There's the population numbers. There is a whole thing here. I could go on forever about this thing, but this is Atlas mode. I'll try to sum up some things here. There's regenerating a map. If you have height maps, we could go in and pull up a map of whatever, and it would load it up as we have it, and we can generate all these cultures and all these whatever. Let's generate some new cultures. Let's generate some new towns, and it'll change out our towns. Our towns are all based on our cultures, which should be fantasy, unless we change it over to something else. Like we can go into, let's make, let's do a shattered world. And let's make it... Yeah, that's good, but we'll do something like... We'll do... European. Let's do all world and see what we get. Anything else look okay? Those are all fine. I should probably mess with the temperatures. New map. There we go. We got ourselves another map. It's really cold up here. We can zoom on in here, and we can see this is... Who we got? This is Portusian? Not sure what that is. But we can change it to whatever. Well, a few. A few in there. I know Sumi. And we can make it...
Timbalila.
That one. You can see how far above sea level it is. There's a lake right there. There's the town. And we can go change this. Every town has its own symbol. So they have their anvil over here. And we can change this. We can go and we can edit the emblem this way. And we can change what state they are in. Province. The burg. We can also change like whether it's like a kite shield or a Swiss shield, I guess. We can even change it. We can go all through. This is through, I don't remember the name of this program. I can't remember the name of it. Amoria. I think it's Amoria. That's what it is. And it's saying just like the towns, it'll do the different shields that you can adjust. It does do sea depths whenever you go into... I don't know how to see the sea depth. There it is. So there is each zone you can click on. This is the lake. Well, this is a lake anyway. So this is Lake Pedriz. It's a freshwater lake. We can change that if we want. Whether it's a sinkhole or lava. We can make it lava. That's cool. We can see the area, the shore link, all the things at the depth 3,200 feet deep. The outlet. We can add notes to it. There's your notes for the... That's not for the lake. That's for something else. But there's the lava lake that is right there next to Timopolila, which is supposed to be a port, I think. A port on the lake. Can we randomize this a little bit? Yeah, so we just also click on that. Now it's on and off. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty crazy what you can do here. We can make our own stuff. So let's say we want to go and add in, like, let's go over here. So this place over here, I want this to be, I want to make my own map, my own place. So we're going to add we're going to go into states. We're going to add a state. Add a state right there. And then we can go and color the state. There's my town. What was it? Oh, there's our, yeah, yeah. Not those. Frenian's part of the... Is it the Frenian? Is that who they are? Yeah, Freinen. There's those guys, so it kind of highlights it there. I'm not sure which one I just added. It's gonna be the tiny one. It's gotta be this one here. Yeah. So there's the new one, which we're gonna change the name.
Ontinti.
Praise Ontinti. We're going to be a kingdom, of course. Kingdom of Ontinti. There it is. This town, you know what? This town needs more people. Can we add that number? You know what? How many people live here? More. There's 10,000 people living here. And we can sort of generate some things. So we can see some stats. We can see this is the number, total population. Where's everyone at? There I am. Excellent. Excellent. How much time have I spent with this editor? I spent a little bit of time. I watched some videos, mostly. But I fiddled with it. I did a video on this a while back. It's so tiny. But you know what? We need to grow. Let's grow. So we got one little burg. So we've got 24,000 people in this place. Let's expand. So we can go in. There's a percentage thing. We can go legend box. Tinty tiny yellow. And we want to come in here. And we can change. And we can say, let's go with a little more expansion. And so as we do this, it'll start to expand as we sort of generate. We're going to auto-apply the changes. Auto change labels. And so as we sort of play out here, things will kind of start to grow. We can also just sort of... Oh, no, they just died. They just got taken over. Okay. Let's... okay. They got swallowed by... Oh, no, that is them now. They took over the whole place. That was fast. Okay, excellent. Excellent. We can also sort of randomly generate this thing. Recalculate. We want to randomize expansion state, and it'll sort of change things around. and it'll sort of start to grow. We can also just sort of adjust this thing as I was doing before if we want to give them more expansion power. And as I let go, things will start to change. So if you want to like sort of evolve your kingdoms a little bit, you can change expansion states. You can also change like their type. That's the we're gonna be a naval people. So we're taking over the place. Let's expand some more. Look at that, expanding. Excellent. Do we have any military? There we are. Let me see at area. Excellent. We'll learn to use the editor as well as you do. So there's a YouTube channel, Beppis. I forget the name. Let me look. Who has a whole tutorial series on this? Yeah, Beppis, and he goes through all the tutorial stuff and he teaches us very well. He also goes through and he manually, slowly adjusts things and sort of builds a world and does like a time lapse with it. It's pretty neat. I was watching a lot of his stuff today. But anyway, there's I think that covers most of the stuff. I say most of the stuff. There's it's one of these things where there's just so much in there. There is you'll never stop finding things as you go into here. What is our culture? Portusian. Yeah, and we can change the names of places if you want to just do a big change on stuff, a big refresh. You can regenerate everything in here. There's religions are in here as well. I don't know what religions we have. Oh, there we go. So we can see where they are. Yeah, so what's our religion over here? We are Schwazen spirits. Animism. All right, yeah. Yeah, okay, I can go with that. A few different things. But there's the religion, and you can edit the religions. Of course, Omtinti is the religion of our people. It is a folk type. I think more heresy. Cult-like. I think like cult-like. Sounds better. And we can regenerate. The supreme deity is Eshbron, or Goofin the Lucky. Goofin the Lucky is the is the guy. And we can auto-apply these changes, and so we can see them happening. And we can change just like we did with the other ones. You can sort of generate them as it goes. Let's go look. I'll show you last thing before we go. I'll show you all the stuff that you can do with this. So we're gonna go in with nothing, and then we'll start adding some things in. There's lava. We'll turn off the religions here. Those dots in the religions are where the religions start, and they sort of grow how they generate them in the game. So there's a texture map. Adds a little bit of texture to it. Cool, like paper. There's our height map right there. Big mountain, little mountain. We've got different biomes, which we can mess with, of course, by changing the latitude, longitude. Is that cold? Is that frost? I think it might be. There's the different cells, the hexes, basically, that you can add in. And you can adjust how many hexes there is, which adds more detail, but it's going to slow your computer down. Grid, coordinates, my wind rose, which I think it puts it up here. Where did it put it? Well, it hit it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I put it. There's rivers you can add in. You can even mess with rivers. You can go and edit the rivers as well. Edit rivers. You can even add a whole new river in if you want. Let's say I want a river and I want it to go from from here to there. I think is how we do it. Yeah, we can edit the Cam River here, but I want to add a river from there. And it's going to go, and it'll actually automatically give it an output if you put it in here. I think you can actually manually do it too. Yeah, I know you can, because you can come in and we can edit it. Click on this river, and we can edit this river, and we can move these points around if we want to change how it flows, where it flows from. You can mess with all this stuff. Let's look at... That was rivers. Of course, we got the relief map. Very cool. Which goes well with the the biome map. And the height map. There you go. Very cool. Very cool. Different religions, which we saw that one there. There's our religions. Yeah, it's extensive editor is, yeah. There's the different cultures. Religions and cultures, of course, go together. States are similar to religions. You're going to kind of follow the same, except for whenever there's wars or whatever happening. And you can see all this stuff whenever you click on, the different armies. Different zones are going to be like, this is the Howley Avalanche. The Boppin Skirmishes. It doesn't give me a lot of information about it. I'm sure there's somewhere in here we can click on it and it'll give me more information, but I don't know how to do it. Makutani's Tsunami. I don't know. There's our borders for our states. Routes are going to be roads. We got temperature levels we can mess with, and you can see it's cold up there. It's not really that warm in the middle. Population numbers. People live, of course, where it's not cold. Where there be ice, rain levels as well. I bet it has a map showing the rat population, too. I have not used it for my my D&D campaigns. I haven't shown this one yet. Yeah, I've never messed with it for that, which of course it's perfect for it. And really, all you need to do is come in and just find yourself a place that you like. You know, find somewhere that looks like a good start. You even get little stories here. You encountered a character. Oh, what? I didn't know this was in here. We've got Crystal, 46 years old, a male human necromancer. He's a man with great talent for magic, specifically a necromancer. He comes from a long line of warlocks, all the way back to his great-great-grandfather, one of the most powerful warlocks in history. Well, there he is. There's his story. There's his card. That's crazy. You got of course, there was a battle over here. This is the Battle of the Langian Crusade. Doesn't give you much more than that, so, you know, fill in the rest yourself. There is a bridge, apparently, an old crossing of the Beat Fork, rarely used since the drying up of the local trade. And there's a battle over there. There's a famous roadside tavern over here. There's teas. There's bats. There's apparently a fantastical circus. Circus is a good place for a campaign. So let's go and add in, like, we want to look at... I like looking at... I like the relief map. So over here in the hills, we are in... Let's get rid of biomes. Whose land is this? I want labels. Bappa. Kingdom of Bappa. What's this tree over here? A lake, forest sacred to local Turchian spirits. I think I added in with, since it's a cult, I wonder if it would add some things. And there's some gangs of forest bandits and forest robbers over this way. This is great. But yeah, and you got your, like, where are you going to start? Let's start here in Plez, which I'm going to have to add in. We want to add in icons. Plez over here. There's the town. 12,000 people live here. It's like Tromsø. That's Norway, right? 37 degrees. This is the Hebrew culture over here. Excellent. There's a tavern down that way. Delicious mashed heart with purple tea is served here. Good stuff. Good stuff. There's... Oh, that's a good-looking one. I want to look at this one. Yeah, look at that one. And then... So there's even more things in here. So we come in here, and we can see... Of course, you can export the maps. This is all by Whatabout. He's got a whole different bunch of stuff with this, like town and dungeon and all that. And we can come in, and we can see... So let's right-click on this church. Open in dwellings. There's the church. Basement, ground floor, first floor, second floor. It doesn't look much like a church. But we can redo it. We can say, I don't know if we can, I'm sure we can put in like change the colors there. We can make it a sci-fi plate. Yeah. Castle walls, it's church. We can redo it. Haunted house by the river. Abandoned house. It's crazy. Another church over here. A cult church. A dungeon church. Yeah. Can we go on the house? Open that little house and dwellings? Look, there's a house. Trophy room. That's all it is. It's just a house of trophies. Little farmhouse. What kind of house is that? Oh, it's a hall. Got a living room. Got a basement. A workshop. Of course, that's where the local witch lives or something and does all their stuff in the basement. It's great. Does this river have a name? I'm sure it does, because we can come out here, back into Azgaar's. Not that one. That's Alusha. There's Bethos right there. We can go click on this river, and we can see this is the Eboim River, which leads down here, way down here, into I'm not sure the name of this sea. I'm sure there's a way we can see the sea, but I don't know how to see it. What is that one? There's a lighthouse over there. Oh, it's so crazy. What is this? An ancient stele. It has an inscription, but no one can translate it. It's got a bunch of question marks. Nice. Nice. Anyway. Okay. Oh, old sailors tell of gigantic sea monster inhabiting these dangerous waters. Rumors say it can be 19 feet long. I was hoping to give me a picture. I'd not seen the one where I clicked on the guy and it gave me a picture of the guy. I'd not seen that, but oh, that one doesn't work. That guy is... he's messed up. Another one? Huh. A satyr? A half-elf? I'm curious, though, so... there's a human there. So we're in... What was our style here? It's supposed to be all world. Let's change it over to... let's go antique. And generate a new map. Let's do like a volcano. We got an antique volcano map. Let's generate it. And then, okay, he's a male cyborg. So maybe it's a little bit weird. Labyrinth, Necropolis. Yeah, so he's fantasy. I'm sure there's a way of turning those off. I'm not sure how to do it, though. I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know. Can we see anything on these things? No, this just gives me numbers. Yeah. I don't know how to change those. I'm sure it's somewhere in here, but I don't know. One thing I want to look at, though, so... well, oh, look at that. There's a dungeon there, and it gives you... so this water bow fella, I think it's a fella, I don't know, makes... one of the other maps they make is a dungeon map. One-page dungeon. Let's open up. So come over here, we got a dungeon. Click up one. There it is. The Mystery Library of the Fire Lady. And there's your dungeon. Right there. Oh, right here. Oh, look at that. There's 1,400 people living in this one. Similar to Nook, Greenland. Look at that. Little town. They don't live next to the road. Roads are no good. Crazy. Let's look at the spider people. Let's see what the spider people look like, but I don't think we're going to get a spider person as a... there's a banshee. Rumors of a fat banshee. It's the worst kind of banshee. Some geothermal springs over there. There's an orc living in this... in this, not fantasy... I mean, I guess it's Azgaar's fantasy map generator. I suppose that's okay. Anyway, there is Azgaar's fantasy map generator. I've shown maybe 50% of the things that are in this thing. Crazy how much you can do with this. And you can really, make anything with this. And of course, you can erase everything. You can draw all your maps on your own. You can place everything you want. You can actually start out by just placing... what time is it? Okay, we'll do one quick thing. I want to try one thing. I'm curious. So let's say we do... I'm going to say... I want no states. We'll leave the cultures in there because we'll add them in. Actually, we'll do this. I'm going to do a new map. Volcano map is fine. We could actually, let's craft one up. So I'm going to come in here. We're going to go into the height map. And we're going to erase everything. Not going to be anything in here. We'll erase everything. We'll draw a little map, a little island. And I'm going to see if we can just sort of do the generation thing. And we'll see if they sort of grow. So let's paint a small little island. Nothing crazy. A little mountain in the middle. Well, that's a giant mountain, but whatever. Do a little island over here. And a little island over here. Okay. So there is our place. It still has those markers in there. We can regenerate those. Let's regenerate the towns. Can we put a town over here? Here we go. We will we'll add some cultures in there. We'll regenerate the emblems. Oh, those are those emblems. I see. Regenerate markers. Yeah, there we go. So we can regenerate these markers. Put them wherever we want those put on state labels. We'll do that. So let's go in and now let's add in. We want to add in a state. We're going to add a few in. This one, and then we want to hit add. So we want a state there. Turn these off real quick. Okay, we want a state over there. We want put one there. What does it say? Shift for multiple. There. One in the mountains. There. Okay. Look good? Put a little one over here. Okay, then we can add in some cultures. I want, not states. I want to, so there's the states. I want to edit cultures. And again, we're going to add in a bunch of cultures. So I'm going to say we'll add one there. We'll give each of these states their own culture. Even though, what is that? Hellenic? I'd rather this one be... can I delete that one? Delete that one. Oh, no, not deleteable. Remove culture. Well, okay. Whatever. Down there. We'll put one over where these pirates are. Okay, so then we can come back over to the states. I want to see states, not cultures. So there's a lot of empty land here, and I should be able to like regenerate the bergs as well. Is that working? I don't think it is. Regenerate bergs. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So the bergs are now placed in there, and they've placed roads between all the places. These are all different folks. So this kingdom down here, these are the Smerchia. That's not fantasy. That's fine. There is what? Same culture. Same culture. I want you Roman. I want you Macedonian. Celtic, because I set them on top of that. I should have put the culture in first and then mess with it. I didn't. You are going to be Persian. I will make you Hellenic. Who else we got? Germanic. And then up here, you guys are wildlands. Oh, no, we're going to make a new one. Let's make a new... Can we make a new culture? Or a new... we could make a new one. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it wildlands, actually. Okay, so now, each of these places are pretty tiny. And we can see all the states. If we come in here and look at the states, we can see they're all pretty tiny. They're all like, well, except for these guys have 2 million people. Oh, no, that's 2,000, isn't it? We should be able to grow them. So we can come in here. We can see their stats over here. We'll set them up. We can randomize our... All expansion is at 0.5, but we can randomize it. We can hit this button here, which is going to randomize some things, and it's going to just pop them into existence. And there we go. Oh, okay, that worked faster than I thought it was going to. I thought they were going to kind of explode, slowly expand, but I just grew them until they get nothing. And then if we want, we can go in and we can regenerate the bergs. There we go. So they fit the names a little better. The name should fit the culture a little better. The culture may not be where we want it, but that's fine. Regenerate those. You can see they're all... whatever. Anyway. There's Azgaar's fantasy map generator. What a crazy, crazy thing. You can do pretty much anything with it. I I love this part where it shows the town, like London, down here in the in what's the name?
Pyre-Ion.
That one. Roman place. Anyway, this is free. You can pick it up. You can download it and mess with it in your browser. You can also download and have most of the functionality as what you have with the browser, but not all of it. I should make it. Yeah, so it's really cold at the North Pole and South Pole. That's what it was messing with there. So that won't be so bad. And how much rain there was and all that. Looks amazing. What is it used for? It is used for if you were playing D&D, writing a novel, or if you just want to mess with map stuff. That's what it's used for. There's Azgaar's.